Hi everyone and welcome to the Bondi market wrap for the month of May 2023. Well, there is no doubt that we have definitely seen the market strengthen. We've seen a lot more buyer confidence on two factors. One, they're extremely comfortable now that we're at the tail end of the rate hike cycle. And second of all, they're actively looking to purchase. Despite the low stock, there are so many buyers coming through open for inspections. To give you an understanding, last weekend we held 80 open for inspections and we checked in 634 buyers that weekend. So there's a huge amount of people that are out there looking on a Saturday morning for a property. Low stock levels continue to assist the sellers in the marketplace. It is definitely propping up the prices and keeping a floor in our market. However, I don't think that if there was more properties coming onto our market, say even if there was another 10 or 15%, the prices will drop. I think that there's enough buyers in the marketplace to actually absorb those extra listings. For instance, if you're looking for a semi in our area, it is still a minimum of 3 million. I sold 2 Gilgandra at the start of May, and that was a unrenovated 2 to 3 bedroom semi that needed renovation, and that sold for just over 3 million. And then the next semi that sold was a very small semi in O'Donnell Street, number 98, and that sold for just around 3.1 million. And that is now the entry point for our marketplace for a semi. There is a huge amount of buyers that are under that price point, either looking for garden apartments or townhouses. There is definitely a lack of supply there. In fact, I don't know of any garden apartment in the Bondi marketplace that's come up close to the beach this year. There have been a few closer to Bondi Road, but there hasn't been your traditional Art Deco 2-bedroom garden apartment hit the market this year. I think that if it did, depending on its internal size and if the garden was on title or if it was a common use, you're gonna have people bidding hard between say 1.7 and maybe up to 2 million for the product. As the market continues to strengthen from the down market that we had after COVID, data's come out recently suggesting that 98% of people who sold last month made a profit, and of that 65% made a profit between 10% and 99%. There were a lot of properties that went to market last year and unfortunately didn't sell. However, they've now come back on the market, and I'd say 100% of them have sold for more than their expected price from last year. If not, you're getting a 10 and 20 and 30% increase from the last offer that was on the market. I know a property in Vaucluse, which is outside our marketplace, but to give you a good comparison, it was on the market last year. It struggled to sell for 16 to 18 million, and it sold last month for 26 mil. In the month of May, there were 51 registered sales on RP data. 14 of those were houses and semis, and 36 were apartments. The data and what I'm seeing is that houses are still undersupplied. We're still getting 15, 20 groups through a good property, especially if it's priced between 3 and 4 million. There's a huge buyer pool at that price. I'm also seeing quite a large shift for buyers looking between 5 and 7 million. Last month, there were actually 6 registered sales between 5 and 7 million. Of the 6, I sold 3 of them. One of them was 27 O'Donnell Street. The other was a house off market in Stewart Street. And lastly, there was a place I sold at 6 Watson Street. There is a large appetite for people to purchase over 5 and 6 and 7 million. And as you get closer to the beach, there are definitely a large amount of buyers that are looking between 10 and 15 million. The problem that we have is that the quality stock is not there. There hasn't been a renovated freestanding house in Brighton, Ben Buckler, Hastings Parade come to market. And I think once that does, there'll be fierce competition. If you are looking for an apartment in our market, there's still a little bit of supply that's come on. It's not as high as it has traditionally been, but prices have definitely leveled out. For instance, if you're looking for a traditional 2-bed investment, you'll get something without parking for between 1 and 1.3. And if it has a car space, I'd be expecting you to pay between 1.3 and up to 1.5, depending on its internal size and if it has an outdoor area. And it's something more premium in a more modern building, I'd expect you to pay at least 1.8 to 2 million. As we head into the winter period, there will be a lull in listings. I would say that by the 10th or the 14th of this month, it'll be the last new stock that comes on the market until August. They'll hold off selling in the middle of July because we're obviously going into winter. It's going to be cold, it's going to be wet. When selling in that period, it doesn't really show the Bondi lifestyle and give the buyers a real understanding of what it's all about here. On top of that, you're in the middle of school holidays. So anyone who's got children or looking to go overseas takes that time off, because everyone knows that is traditionally a lull in the market. But then you will start to see properties coming on the first week of August all the way through to the end of the year. I think that August will be a good selling season. There will be a lot of buyers who have had time to refresh themselves. They probably have gone on a bit of a holiday. They'll be ready to purchase for the third and fourth quarter next year. It also means that if they purchase, they'll be in their new property for Christmas. So as always, good luck to all the buyers, good luck to all the sellers, and if you need anything, let me know. Thank you.